I'd like to talk to you about the Twin Towers. Here's an image of the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers was a false flag. It's printed on the U.S. currency. It was done by a spirit using humans as puppets. I'd like to talk to you about Islam. Islam is a sworn enemy of any religion that does not practice its doctrine. We are considered infidels. Here is an image of the symbol of Islam. Pay very close attention. Here is a symbol of witchcraft. This is a symbol of witchcraft from the Dallas Wiccan Society. Now I'd like to talk to you about Waco. Those who try and hide their plans from the Lord turn everything upside down. Here's a symbol of the seal of the city of Waco. Let's turn it upside down. End of story, people. I happened to be in Waco the day of the shooting. I was driving through. Oddly enough, the Lord took me on a trip there. And I was pulled over. As I pulled out my cell phone to videotape an MRAP, I'll provide that video. There were so many lights behind my car, I couldn't believe it. I was pulled over by militarized police that told me I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they tried to tell me I needed to go to Franklin, Texas, which I did not do. I wonder what was waiting for me in Franklin, Texas. Look at the images, do the math, come to the obvious conclusion. This is a false flag. SWAT units were inside the restaurant. The 9 bikers that were killed, every single one was shot in the head, or they were shot right in the center of the chest. In a biker free-for-all shootout, you don't get perfect headshots, and you don't get perfect chest shots.
Now, you've got to think, if 2 rival gangs are out there running and gunning and, shooting guns, they're not going to make or have well-aimed shots at their victims, so to say. There would be shots in the shoulders, in the neck, in the middle of the chest, the gut, the butt, the legs, all over the place. Sporadic gunfire would lead to sporadic spots on the body that were hit. Now, the 9 bikers who died had head wounds and center mass shots. Now, we know SWAT was on site, so it makes me think if this was a complete and total stage setup event that happened in Waco last Sunday. There's a lot of unanswered questions going on with this entire event, so to say. The fact that the cops are saying that they found guns inside Cheetos bags or Tostitos bags, all these different things hidden in the toilet areas of the restaurant. And the fact that the police officers claimed that they contacted the Twin Peaks management just prior to that event, earlier in that day, saying, hey, you might not want to be open today. There's something that's going to happen. They disregarded that information and continued to stay open. Now there's one of the high-ranking peoples of the Banditos coming out saying that the biker meeting at the Twin Peaks was a peaceful meeting.
Graves says the meeting was intended to be a peaceful gathering for bikers to learn about their rights.
We had one of the inside guys call me, tell me the only thing he knows is he heard a gunshot and then he saw police officers running everywhere and bullets going everywhere.
I want to wrap this video up very quickly with an understanding. False flags are not committed by governments or ideologies or groups of people. They are committed by Satan himself, using people as puppets. That's why Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They're puppets. So 9/11 was a false flag. It's printed on the U.S. currency. The Pentagon printed on the U.S. currency. The federal building bombing printed on the U.S. currency. The Hoover Dam printed on the U.S. currency. That is proof that Satan is a spirit using humans, the prince of the power of the air. He uses humans as puppets. Waco is a false flag. Satan is using humans as puppets in order to produce a playing field that he wants in order to implement his new world order, which is Satan's rule on earth. It's that simple. So just be in Christ. If you're in Christ, you don't need to worry. If you're a Christian that professes Christ, but Christ is not in you, well, then, you're in trouble. You can tell every tree by its fruit, people. That should be so obvious now. All right, God bless you. Take care.